Alright guys, so there's a lot of different comps inside of the arena right now, and you guys might be overwhelmed. So in this video, I want to go over a team that you guys can use right now without Capsaicin as well as Moonlight. And if you guys have already built some of the older cookies that are going to include something like Vampire from yesterday's comp, as well as Werewolf from the last season. So let's get into it, and this is going to be the team right over here where Werewolf, Holleberry, Stardust, Vampire, as well as our pure vanilla. So you guys can see Capsaicin as well as Moonlight is not going to be included in this team, but just keep in mind that you do want to have Vampire Cookies Magic Candy as plus 10, because once you guys do get it up to plus 10, that is when Vampire Cookie is going to be able to come back alive and have a revive and use his skill once again. All right, that's the reason why from yesterday's video, if you guys were wondering why my Vampire was coming back alive without a feather, is because of Vampire Cookies Magic Candy. And the reason why Vampire with Stardust works really well right now inside of the arena is because of the fact that Stardust is able to prevent all shields as well as buffs from taking place for that particular cookie with the sign of the star, and Vampire is able to quickly go and snipe off with that sign of the star debuff. All right, so Stardust Cookie has a lot of different effects, and the reason why he is probably going to be one of the best super epics right now is because his sign of the star debuff allows the amplified debuff from taking place plus 10%. And on top of that, you're able to see that the cookie with the sign of the star debuff is going to be receiving 35% extra damage, reducing their attack by 30%, as well as their healing by 40%. And taking into consideration of all of these things, especially the amplified debuff, as well as the increasing damage received by 35% and preventing any buffs from taking place, Vampire is able to easily snipe off the enemy team, increase the damage of the vampiric bite, and on top of that, don't need to worry about the shield from enemy pure vanilla or BTS from taking place and blocking off his burst damage. So let's get into toppings. Toppings for Holleberry is exactly the same. I would say recommended 5 Swift Chocolate, of course focusing on the damage resist, and you don't need to get this cooldown this high. The higher and higher you guys get into the arena, the better and better your cooldown needs to be. But if you guys are in Master 1, 2, that area, you can still go with the 16%, 17%, and you'll be perfectly fine. Next one is going to be Werewolf. Werewolf 5 of the solid element, just like before, you are focusing on the damage resist. No extra cooldown is required, but the extra focus that you want to give is either HP or attack speed. HP is going to increase the overall damage of Werewolf because the final slash with the magic candy is going to be based off of his max HP, and also attack speed is definitely going to help because of the fact that attack speed allows him to stack up injury debuff onto the enemies a lot faster. Next one is going to be Stardust. Stardust is still using the Force Juicy Apple Jelly as well as 1 Swift Chocolate with the cooldown at least 10.3%. Focusing on the damage resist is also really important because when he takes the sign of the star debuff, if you don't have a lot of damage resist, your Stardust is going to get bursted down. Next one is going to be Pure Vanilla. Pure Vanilla has 2 different builds as well. It's the original build that I've shared constantly inside of my video, which is going to be 3 solid almond, 2 of the Swift Chocolate. But if you guys feel like your Stardust or your team is not getting enough heal because maybe your promotion is a little bit low or your overall stat is a little bit lower, then you can go with the 3 Syrian Raspberry, 2 of the Swift Chocolate to increase the attack of Pure Vanilla and increase the overall heal. Just keep in mind, once again, Stein of the Star debuff prevents a lot of the healing from taking place. So going with the overall increased attack on Pure Vanilla will actually definitely help out to heal your DPS even with the sign of the star debuff. Next one is going to be our Vampire. Vampire is using 5 of the Syrian Raspberry just like always, and we are focusing on the damage resist as well as a little bit extra on the cooldown. Once again, there is no certain answer for the cooldown, and of course focusing on the attack as well. And the treasures are going to be the Whistle, Jelly Watch, as well as the Scroll. So let's get into the arena now, and let me show you guys this team in action for those who do not have Capsaicin or Moonlight for your account. All right, guys, so here we go. We got a double tank, double DPS, as well as pure vanilla in the enemy team. So let's see how well our Werewolf is going to do here, as well as the new ambush team. And here we go. You're able to see right here that Holleberry is going to push. Werewolf is going to transform. Stardust is going to go into the air and target right here this time around the Werewolf in the enemy team. So again, the cooldown and everything is going to really just determine who the target is going to be. So again, there really is no 100% answer in this arena meta right now. That's the real problem, and that can be a little bit frustrating for a lot of the players. But, you can see right here that Werewolf is doing a lot of damage. We got rid of the Moonlight with the Vampire and the combo of Werewolf's final hit. And you can see this time around, again, the Sign of the Star is being applied to Werewolf. And you're going to be able to see that Werewolf is going to probably take a lot of damage here from our Werewolf as well. So, boom. You guys can see right there. Werewolf, in this arena meta, is still very, very, very strong here. All right, so Stardust here, 5 million damage. So Stardust is definitely taking the role right now as the main damage dealer, comboing with Werewolf as well as Vampire here. And just the Meteor, okay, because of the sleep, is allowing Stardust to just deal so much damage. But on top of that, Werewolf as our secondary tank DPS, 3 million. And also, of course, Vampire with the about 2 million damage that is kind of hidden with my face cam. Alright guys, this time around it's going to be a double tank, double DPS, except with a BTS as a healer. So definitely a little bit less healing than pure vanilla. But they do have a 5-star ascension, so it's going to, not be too little for them. But let's see how well we do against, BTS team with the 2 ambush. And here we go, guys. So it's going to be a Sherbet this time around. So let's see how well we do with the Sherbet and the enemy team, where we have no way to get rid of the Frost. But you can see right there that the reason why Sherbet is being used less outside of the Frost comp is because of this. You can see that Sherbet is getting targeted by Sign of the Star debuff automatically because Moonlight is sometimes going to be gone, right? So going to dodge. And then you saw Vampire just target Sherbet, getting rid of him completely super, super fast, right? So that's the one reason why right now a lot of people are staying away from Sherbet as a secondary DPS inside of the arena. But still people use it, and you can see that this team absolutely destroys Sherbet and completely just got rid of him right away. So Stardust once again leading the team with 4 million damage, and Vampire not far behind with 2 million as a single hit target damage dealer. Definitely not bad at all. And yeah, I mean, BTS really helped us out here because we got to quickly just go target someone like Sherbet and Moonlight with the Sign of the Star debuff. Alright guys, if you guys are wondering how this team works against a single tank as well as a triple DPS, I'm kind of curious too. So let's go and see how well we do against this team. And here we go. We're going to see, this one is a Charles. This is a very interesting team. Charles with a Squid Ink and Moonlight with Stardust. All right, very interesting. This time around, I think we probably will be winning here. I don't know what the point of this team was. I'm pretty sure it's to kind of, prevent a lot of the one-shot team. That's a very good counter to one-shot teams. But you can see against our team where we're able to dodge a majority of the skills from either Stardust, Brute, Moonlight, Squid Ink with our Vampire as well as Stardust. You can see right there, not too much of a problem against this particular comp. And some of you guys might be wondering, HyRoll, how does it do against a Frost comp? So here we go. I am going to test it out against a Frost comp as well and see if you guys would like to verse against a Frost comp with this team. Except this time around, we are going to be switching out the scroll with the monocle. Of course, you want to use monocle anytime you guys go up against the Frost comp. And here we go. It is going to be the standard Frost comp that we have going on here with the Sherbet as well as Frost Queen double healer. So let's see how well we do against this team. I'm actually really curious because we don't have a lot of burst heal. Burst damage because of the fact that we don't have Moonlight, so no AoE burst damage except for our Stardust and Werewolf here and there. But let's see if we're able to just get rid of at least one of their DPS. They're really, really tanky. Frost Queen is mainly the one taking the Sign of the Star, but that's one time we got to get our Vampires, damage out onto Frost Queen. But bam, dude, Frost Queen's burst damage absolutely shreds. All right, so definitely without someone like, Moonlight or Capsaicin, who's able to just consistently do damage to Frost Queen, and target focus Frost Queen with the AoE damage, I highly recommend you guys to stay away from any Frost comp with this particular comp if you guys are deciding to use the ambush werewolf comp. But there you guys go. It's a pretty decent comp. Again, if you guys were wondering, hey, HyRoll, what if I don't have Moonlight? Can I use something else? Yeah, you guys can definitely use out werewolf. I know a lot of people are wondering what kind of teams are going to be good without Capsaicin as well as Moonlight. Sadly, this time around, we do need Stardust. I'll go and test out more comps that I can use without Stardust right now and utilize Moonlight instead in this particular meta. And hopefully I can share that team with you guys as well. But good luck with the arena. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave any question down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys all on the next one.